So to begin, I want you to set yourself up in a nice, comfortable seated position. We're going to be here for a little while, so make sure you're nice and warm. You have that nice long spine. And then I want you to close your eyes. So this is a time for total relaxation and stillness. I want you to take a moment to make sure that you're very comfortable. Rest your hands loosely on your lap and close your eyes. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. Hold for a moment and then slowly exhale. And just allow the tension to melt away as you gradually relax. Oh, perfect. So Julio, we just set up our meditation, so just get comfy. We just took one breath. So set yourself up for a visualizing meditation. So a nice long spine, make sure you're nice and comfy. Rest your hands loosely on your thighs. And then take a slow, deep breath in, closing the eyes. Hold for a moment and then slowly exhale. And just allow all that tension to melt away as you relax more and more with each breath. Take another slow, long, deep breath in. Hold it. And then exhale it out. Empty your lungs completely with your out breath. And take a third deep breath in and take your time. Hold for a brief moment and then let it go. Just with 3 breaths, you are beginning to drift into a state of deep relaxation. Continue to breathe slowly and gently, and notice the sense of relaxation with every breath out. Now bringing your awareness to the top of the head. Sense or imagine a feeling of relaxation beginning to spread down from the top of the scalp. And notice the sensation of the muscles in your forehead and temples relaxing. Following the sensation, allow your eyes to relax. Let your cheeks and your jaw soften. Letting go of all the tension in the face. Now this peaceful feeling flows down your neck and deep into the shoulders, all the muscles supporting the shoulders, soothing them, releasing them. Breathe. Allow this peaceful feeling to flow down through your arms, relaxing and soothing, all the way down to the tips of your fingers. As your body relaxes, your mind relaxes. Your thoughts become weightless, like wisps of clouds on the breeze. Now, this peaceful sensation flows through your chest and your stomach. Feel how this area gently rises and falls as you breathe, slowly and deeply, soothing and relaxing. Turn your attention to your back and feel this relaxing sensation flow all the way down your spine. Now the peaceful feeling flows through your lower body, relaxing through the buttocks, the base of your thighs, the back of your thighs, the front of your thighs. Feel all these large, strong muscles becoming loose and relaxed. Soothing feelings flow down through the knees, into your calves. Now your ankles relax. Now your feet are relaxed. Your entire body is soft, calm, and relaxed. Now it's time to leave the external world behind and go on an inner journey. A journey to a place of deep inner stillness. I want you to imagine that you're standing on a white sandy beach. It's early in the morning, and the light, a hazy mist surrounds you. The sun is rising slowly, and you can feel the warm orange light on your face and on your body. You are feeling content, at ease, and relaxed. The sand beneath your bare feet is soft and warm. A light breeze caresses your face. This beach is deserted. You have it all to yourself, and you have all the time in the world. Listen to the relaxing sound of the ocean. Its waves are breaking gently on the shore. You begin to walk slowly through the mist towards the water. You notice a small boat is waiting for you. The boat is comfortable and steady. Notice that it is tied to the shore with a strong rope. Walk to the water's edge and step into the boat. You are feeling completely at peace, completely safe, and completely relaxed. When you're ready, you untie the rope and you let it go. Relax and allow all the natural currents of the ocean guide you away from the beach. Your boat drifts smoothly. It rocks ever so gently in the water, back and forth, side to side. And this rocking motion relaxes you even more deeply. The sun is now higher in the sky. Its light has gathered strength. Notice that the mist that surrounds you is beginning to evaporate. You can see the air becoming clearer and clearer. Watch as the sun's rays dissolve all the mist. Now you can clearly see in all four directions. It's as though a veil has been lifted. The sparkling ocean water surrounds you on all sides. In front of you, a small island comes into view. Your boat moves closer and closer to the island, guiding slowly and effortlessly through the water. The island is drenched in sunlight. It is covered in tropical palm trees that sway gently in the breeze. Your boat glides slowly forward and comes to rest on the shore. You have arrived. Step out of the boat and take a moment to appreciate this place of sublime beauty. Exotic birds dance from tree to tree, and brilliantly covered flowers grow in abundance. The air itself seems to shimmer with vibrant with pure, luminous energy. You can hear the soothing sound of the wind as it passes through the trees. In this place, you are free from all memories of the past. You are free from all concerns about the future. You are free from all responsibilities. This is a place of total peace, and it's all yours. You notice an opening between the palm trees. And in the center of this opening, there's a narrow path that leads you into a deep, rich green forest. Begin your journey into the heart of the forest. Notice the path below you and follow the path as it meanders between columns of ancient trees. This forest seems to be familiar to you, like the memory of a pleasant dream or a place you visited as a child. Walk deeper into the forest. You are guided by a force that you trust, and that makes you feel safe, nurtured, and still. And following this path, you continue along. Now you have reached the very heart of the forest. Before you is a shimmering pond of crystal clear water. A pond of perfect stillness The pond is round, and it brims with pure spring water. Notice that the water is perfectly still, like a mirror, free from even the slightest ripple. You notice a ladder with 3 steps that lead down to the water. You decide to bathe in this magical pond, and then you undress. As you take the first step down into the pond, you notice that the wind has eased. All the trees have become motionless. As each moment passes, the world around you becomes more and more calm. And you yourself become more and more still. As you lower yourself into the second step, all of the birds in the forest become quiet. Their silence is deep and reverent. Now lower yourself onto the third and final step and glide into the water. Feel yourself sliding into a deep state of relaxation. In this pond, your thoughts simply melt away. All is still and silent. The only sound that remains is the sound of the waves far off in the distance. Your mind seems to expand. You feel timeless, vast, empty, and relaxed. Enjoy this experience of solitude and inner silence. When thoughts arise, simply let them go and return your awareness to the sound of the waves. And when it's time to return, I will guide you home. And if your thoughts are arising, simply letting them go, returning that awareness to the sound of the waves. Everything is melting away. All is still, all is silent. Now you slowly begin to make your journey home. You step out of this still pond. You go up the ladder, you find your clothes, you redress. You gradually follow the path out of the heart of the forest. You see your boat. You hop in, and the wind's going the perfect direction that it blows you back to your original destination. You tie the rope or the boat back up with the rope. And you're on this beautiful sandy beach all alone. You take a moment to reflect on this beautiful celestial place that you can go back to at any moment of the day. And then you begin to slowly and gradually bring that awareness into your physical body, right here, right now, in our homes. You can begin to take in deeper breaths. And when you feel called to, you can wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and allow yourself to come back to this place right here, right now. And when you're ready, you can gradually open your eyes, do some wiggles, maybe have a little sip of water, and maybe delayer, because we are doing a Hatha practice today, and we are focusing a little bit more on strength of holding the poses. So then I'm gonna get you guys to prepare to get onto the mat to start our yoga. Okay. So we are going to begin in a comfortable, I'd like you to begin in a comfortable seated position. So sitting nice and tall, rooting down through the sit bones, crown of the head's reaching up towards the sky, shoulder blades gently roll down the back body. Take a deep breath in through the nose, Picture filling up through the belly, the ribs, the chest. At the top of the lungs, feel the breath turn and notice the air release from the chest, the ribs, the belly. Inhale, fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale, notice the air release the exact same way it came in. Our Durga breath. And now I want you to picture activating that oceanic breath in the back of your throat. So it's like a little bit of a restriction, like you're fogging up a mirror, the Darth Vader breath. And this breath will help you conserve your energy and power throughout our practice. We can always use the breath to power up and hold a little bit longer. So breathing in, notice the restriction, and as you breathe out, notice the restriction. Inhale, filling up all the way. Exhale, releasing. Do a few more rounds of Ujjayi breath. The breath is the core of our yoga practice, and if we don't breathe, we're kind of just holding exercises and doing a fitness workout. So it truly does make the practice. And now that you feel connected with your breath, I want you to set a brief intention for yourself. This intention can be for this practice. Maybe you have a goal or something you're working towards. But we have to trust and believe what we want. So know that you're worthy of whatever you want to cultivate. Think of this thing, let it resonate with you. It could be speaking up, taking up space, learning, something you want to attract. And then take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Hold the breath for a moment and then open the mouth, sigh it out loud and clear, like you're sending a letter into the sky. And then reposition the body again. Find that nice long spine. And right away, roll your shoulders down. Drop your right ear to the right shoulder, but I want you to focus on lifting the left ear up towards the sky. So holding and breathing in towards that left side of the neck. And then gently bring your head back through center and reach your right ear up towards the sky. Take a few breaths in towards that right side of the neck. Bring your head back to neutral. From here, bring your soles of the feet together. Bring your feet in towards the groin. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then begin to round forward and towards a cobbler's pose. And take a few deep breaths in towards that back body. Notice the sensation of surrendering and melting closer towards the earth as you exhale. And then gently lifting your spine. Zip your legs together. Come onto hands and knees. But right away, spread the knees nice and wide, two big toes together, sit bones come back towards the feet. Walk your hands out in front of you and rest your forehead. Child's pose. The more you root through the palms, the more of a stretch you're going to feel from the hips to the fingertips. Notice the elongation from the hips all the way to the hands, the torso, the length through the side body. Breathe. Take one more breath here, allowing your heart to melt closer towards the earth with the breath out. And then lift your forehead, walk both hands to the right side of your mat, and then drop the forehead down, coming in towards a side stretch. Breathe all the way into that left lung, feeling the expansion with the inhale, you're melting with the breath out. And you can create a push and pull action with your palms. You can push with the right palm, pull back with the left to create a little bit more of an intentional stretch. And then lift your forehead, gently walk both hands to the left side of the mat. Drop your forehead down. And again, you can push and pull with the palms to create a deeper stretch. Deep, deep breaths in towards that right lung. Notice the expansion with the inhale. How you can melt and surrender with the exhale. And gently lift your forehead, walk both hands back through center. From here, root down through the palms, rise to table. Come in towards your tabletop position, really root down through the tops of the feet, engage your core, belly button in towards the spine. Take a breath. And as you exhale, push the earth away from you, round through the back body. And then inhale, dip the belly, open through the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, tuck the chin, round. And moving with the breath, as you inhale, dip the belly, open through the heart. Heart reaches forward, gazes forward. Exhale, rounding. Moving at the speed of your breath and exploring through the back body a little. So inhale to open, exhale to round. You can shift forward and backward in each pose. Really tuning into where the tension is in your back body. Cultivating the breath with the movement, but also creating that nice flexible spine. With your next inhale, come towards a neutral. tabletop position. And from walk your hands forward, straighten through the legs back, come in towards your very first high plank pose, and reach your heels past the balls of the foot. And from here, hinge at the hips, come in towards your very first downward facing dog. Breathe. With every inhale, notice lengthening through the spine. And with the breath out, grounding down through your footing and melting in towards your upside down V. This is your first down dog of the practice. Really noticing what's talking to you. Notice the sensation through the arms and the legs, hips reaching up and away, crown of the heads reaching towards the palms of the hands. Then put a gentle bend in your knees and gradually walk your feet all the way forward to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart, rooting down evenly through all four corners of the feet. Inhale to a half lift, and then exhale, folding forward. You can rest your hands on the mat. You can clasp elbows. Deep, deep belly breaths in towards the entire body. And notice the stretch from your heels all the way through the hamstrings, the low back, all the way to the back of the neck. Slow, deep breaths in, slow, deep breaths out. Notice the blood flow to the brain, bringing more oxygen. And then gently release the elbows. If you did have them clasped, bring your hands to the mat, root down through the feet, and slowly begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way until standing. Finish with that nice shoulder roll down the back body. Check your feet are hip width apart. Rooting down through all four corners, lift your toes here. So you engage the legs, squeeze the bum, belly buttons in towards the spine. Palms are face forward. Spread the fingers nice and wide for your Tadasana. Deep breath in. Exhale of the breath. And then inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Release the neck, and so the crown of the head reaches towards the earth. From here, we're gonna inhale towards that half lift and step your right foot back, drop the right knee down, and rise up in towards that low lunge. And with your low lunge, root down through the top of the foot, picture rippling the mat beneath you, so we're engaging through the legs. Squeeze the bum, belly buttons in towards the spine, arms are up towards the sky. Inhale, reach. As you breathe out, lower your hands to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toe so the knee lifts. Step back towards your plank pose. Hold, then drop your knees. Exhale and lower your chest and chin towards the earth. Reverse the top of the feet towards the ground. Inhale to cobra, squeezing the shoulder blades together, open through the heart. Release. Tuck your toes, push yourself up through table and back to your down dog. From here, inhale, step your right foot forward, drop that left knee down. Reverse the top of the foot down. Inhale, rise to that low lunge. And again, rippling the mat below you, engage the legs, and squeeze the bum, belly buttons in towards the spine, arms are reaching up. Take a breath to reach. With your exhale, lower to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toe so the knee lifts and take that little step towards the top of the mat. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale to forward fold. Root down through the feet and inhale, reverse swan dive your hands high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart and release to Tadasana. Second side, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold, leading with the heart. Inhale to that half lift. Nice flat back, bring your hands to the shins. Exhale, bring your fingertips down. This time step back with the left foot, drop the knee down. Engage that Fonda, root down through the top of the left foot. Inhale, rise up towards that low lunge. Exhale to lower, hands frame your front foot. Step back and towards that high plank. Hold the breath here. And then with your exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin. Unfrail and then inhale, heart open, cobra. Exhale, come back towards that downward facing dog. Then inhale, step your left leg forward, drop your right knee down. Flip the top of the foot down, inhale, rise to that low lunge. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Tuck your back toe and take a step towards the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Root down through the feet and reverse swan dive your hands high to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart center and release. Classical sun salutation with an extra half lift. And now moving with the breath, just like we learned yesterday. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, step your right foot back, come in towards that low lunge. Exhale, lower hands to frame your front foot, tuck your back toe, high plank. Sorry, take a breath and then hold. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, push yourself up through table, down dog. And then inhale, right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, lower the hands, frame the front foot, tuck the back toe, and take your step towards the top of the mat. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way high to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana. Last round, second side for our warm-up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Releasing the neck. Inhale, step that left foot back, low lunge. And then exhale, hands plant, take a step back towards your high plank. I want you to take a breath here. Hold. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Reverse the top of the feet. Inhale to the cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, push yourself back to your down dog. Inhale, step your left leg forward. Drop the knee down. Reverse the top of the foot. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, lower the hands. Tuck your back toe. Take that step towards the top of the mat. This time, inhale for your half lift. Exhale to fold. Root down through the feet. Inhale, reverse swan dive your hands high to the sky. Exhale, hands cut through the heart center and release. Standing strong in your Tadasana, take a few breaths. Notice what's simmering in the body. Notice the sensation, the tingling. Notice your deep, full breath. Notice your temperature. Oh. And then I want you to look at your mat. Picture 4 quadrants on your mat. A line through the center and a line through the middle. I want you to Put your right foot through the center line and step back with your left foot coming in towards warrior one footing. So knees directly above the ankle, hips are face forward. And then engaging the core, belly buttons in towards the spine, shoulder blades are rolled back, arms are reaching forward. So warrior one, I want you to check that your hips are facing forward. We learned this yesterday in our beautiful Asana lab. Breathe. You can lift your front toes to engage that thigh, or the leg to protect the knee. Make sure your thighs are engaged. You're squeezing the bum. With every breath in, you're trying to grow a little taller through the torso. Inhale, reach your hands a little higher, and as you breathe out, bring your hands to the hips. Straighten through your front leg here, lengthen through your spine, and then I want you to hinge and fold over that straight leg, coming in towards pyramid pose, pyramid pose. With every breath in, you're lengthening through the spine. With every breath out, you're melting a little closer towards that straight leg. You can use blocks here. You can have your hands framing the front foot. And again, engaging through the legs. So picture rippling the mat below you, really rooting down through all four corners of the feet. And with your breath in, you're lengthening through the spine. And with your breath out, you're melting a little closer towards that shin. Gently lift your spine if you did lower. Place your left fingertips on the inside of that right leg and bring that left or the right hand to the low back. So check here that the sacrum is nice and flat, and then begin to rotate your right arm towards the sky. So if you feel like your low back doesn't turn or you're not dipping, you could like balance a glass of water on your low back. You can stay here. If you feel like you can go farther, begin to reach that right arm high to the sky for a reversed triangle pose. With your next breath out, lower your hand to frame your front foot, and then bring both hands to the inside of that right foot and begin to pivot towards the left side of the mat. Pivot both feet so they match the short edges on the mat. And again, engage through the legs, so lift your toes here. Inhale for that half lift, and then exhale, fold in towards that wide leg forward fold. To protect the knees, you can lift the toes. You can point the toes more inward rather than outward. And again, same pulsing motion with the breath. Inhale, lengthening, exhale, deepening. Make sure your sit bones are in line with the heels. Sometimes we dip the bum back and create a counterbalance, a cheating way. Inhale, walk your hands directly below the shoulders again. Micro bend the knees, heel toe your stance a little closer together. And then pivot the entire body, feet, hands, Shimmy to the front of the mat, drop your left knee down, low lunge. And this time, keep your fingertips towards the earth, heart reaching forward, squeeze the bum, engage through the legs. You can lift your front toes, belly buttons hugged in towards the spine, engaging the core, breathing. And then gently tuck your back toe. Take that little step towards the top of the mat. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale to fold. Root down through both feet and reach your arms high to the sky with a deep breath in. Mainly so we don't get lightheaded. Lower your hands to the heart center. Release. Now, following the quadrants again, this time take a step back with your right foot to your warrior one. 45-degree angle for your back foot. Both hips are face forward, like you have little targets on the hip or those little bony protrusions. Belly button in towards the spine. Arms reach up towards the sky. Warrior one. Again, lift the front toes to protect the knee, growing taller with every breath in, sinking deeper into the footing with every breath out. Breathe. And as I progress with teaching more Hatha, I notice everything that Colin says about momentum taking away from strength. It's easier to move and flow through a sequence rather than hold and engage the body. With your next breath out, lower your hands to your hips, straighten through your front leg, lengthen through the spine, deep breath in, exhale, fold over that front leg for your pyramid pose or, Parsva Tadasana. You can stay here with hands on hips or lower your hands to frame your front foot. Every breath in, you're lengthening through the spine. Every breath out, melting closer towards that shin. Inhale, lift your spine. Place your right palm on the inside of your left foot. The left back of the hand or top of the palm. Notice your low back here. Notice that you can balance a glass of water. It's a nice flat sacrum. Rotating that left shoulder open and start to gaze towards that left side. If your low back stays where it is, you can begin to reach that left arm up towards the sky for your reverse triangle pose. Breathe. And if not, keep your hand on the low back and just rotate through the chest and the shoulder. Picture reaching for an imaginary star, growing a little taller with every breath in. And then lower your hand with that next exhale to frame your front foot. Bring both hands to the inside of your left foot and begin to pivot both feet to match the short edges of the mat. Heel toe your stance a little closer together if there's too much pressure on the knees. Lift the toes, point the toes to more inward rather than outward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, coming towards your wide leg forward fold. You can have hands directly below the shoulders. You can reach for ankles. You can even reach for the opposite edge of the mat. I have some yogis that bring forearms down. Breathe. Begin to inhale, walk your hands directly below the shoulders. Heel toe your stance a little closer together and begin to walk everything towards the top of the mat. Drop that right knee down, reverse the top of the foot. Make sure that left knee is over the ankle, ripple the mat below you, and then inhale, rise up and towards that low lunge, reaching your heart forward. Squeeze the bum. One more breath, you should be shaking. Hands plant, step back and towards your high plank position. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down. And then inhale to cobra. Exhale to lower down. And begin to move with the breath here in your cobra pose. So having the hands directly below the shoulders, root down through the tops of the feet. Inhale to rise, exhale to lower. And notice the heat building through that lumbar spine. 3 more rounds. I want you to tuck your toes, push through your palms, lift yourself up through table and back towards your child. So 2 big toes together, sit bones come back towards the feet, hands walk out in front of you. Breathe into the back body. Allow the chest to melt closer towards the earth. Find that equal inhale, equal exhale. One more breath into the back body, feeling the expansion. Then root down through your palms. Come in towards your tabletop. Tuck your toes, make your way in towards your downward facing dog. You can always shift your weight forward to high plank to check your alignment, and then keeping the hands and feet where they are. Notice the sensation with the inhale, lengthening through the spine, sit bones reach up and away from the wrists, melting into the upside down V with the breath out. And then from here, step your right foot forward between the hands, and then pivot your back foot. So your heel of the front foot lines up with the arch of the back foot. Make sure your front knee is directly over the ankle, and as you breathe in, rise up and towards your warrior 2. Widen your stance if you need, and then noticing the foundation of your warrior 2. So really reaching through all 4 corners of that back leg and the foot. Knees directly over the ankle, lift your toes, shoulder blades are rolled back, gaze is over those front fingertips. And with every breath in, expanding, and notice sinking deeper into your footing with the breath out. Warrior 2. With your next breath out, bring your right arm towards that left knee. Left arm reaches high to the sky. To stay here for side angle, or bring the tricep by the ear. Notice the length from your pinky all the way to the knife edge of that left foot. Breathe. And notice if you've lost some integrity in your footing, lifting those toes, engaging through the legs, belly button still hugged in. And then inhale, warrior 2. For a little counter pose, straighten through your front leg. Left arm just slides down the left leg. Reach your right arm high to the sky. Notice all that length through the whole right side of the body. And then put a bend in that front knee. Windmill your hands to frame your front foot. Step in towards your high plank position. Wrists below the shoulders, reaching through, not reaching through the balls of the feet, bringing the heels over towards the balls, then lower, hugging the elbows all the way towards the belly in one flat line. And then from here, inhale, cobra, exhale to release. Tuck your toes, push yourself up through table, back to down dog. You can shift your weight forward to check your alignment. Take a note of the difference between the sides of the body here. Find that slow, deep breath in, matching the slow, deep breath out. And then step forward with that left foot and pivot your back foot so it matches that short edge at the back of the mat. Heel of your front foot lines up with the arch of the back foot. Root down through your footing, engaging through the legs, rising up towards that warrior two. Knees over the ankle, check that you can see your first 3 toes. That's usually my sneaky little trick to reaching out to get the hip opening. Shoulder blades are rolled back, gaze is over the left fingertips, lifting the toes. Breathe. With your next exhale, slowly bring that left elbow to the leg and try to have it like a hover. We're not dumping the weight in towards that front leg. Roll your right shoulder open, either reach your arms straight up towards the sky or bring that tricep by the ear for your side angle. Breathe. Notice the length from your pinky all the way down the side body towards the edge of that right foot. Notice the integrity of the legs, still lifting those toes, squeezing the bum, engaging the thighs. Inhale, rise back to that warrior two. And that sweet little dessert pose, straighten through your front leg, right arm slides down, left arm overhead. And then put a bend in that front knee. From here, windmill your hands to frame your front foot. Find your high plank or high push-up. Balls of the heels, heels reach over the balls of the feet. From here, take a breath. Lower for 5, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way towards the belly. Flip the tops of the feet down and inhale to your cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lowering. And moving with the breath a few more rounds. If you want a little bit more heat, you can lift your hands. Last round. And then bring your hands directly onto the mat. Make pillow hands. And I want you to take a few breaths in towards the back body, feeling very, very supported by the earth below you. Slide your hands directly below your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Push yourself up through tabletop position. And then I want everybody to fold their mat here. So fold your mat in half just to create a little bit of comfort for the knees, coming in towards a deep hip opener. I want you guys to spread your knees as wide as you possibly can. And then bring the ankles parallel with the knees so they reach out. And then your feet are going to be facing down. So we want the inside of the foot reaching towards the earth. for our frog pose. Then from this position, walk your elbows down. You might be able to create a little bit more space, spread the knees a little bit wider. And then here's the catchy part. Begin to walk your elbows back. Woo-wee. And then you get that deep, deep groin stretch. Breathing, make sure you're not clenching the mouth, the jaw, the face. We want to let go of all the tension. And you'll notice, especially in this pose, with a little bit of time, you create a little bit more space. I invite you to explore a little in this pose as well. Notice the sensation of shifting forward and backward a little. You can really tune into where the tension is in your body. One more deep breath here. And to get out of the pose, slowly bring your feet together. Begin to walk your hands up, and you can moan and groan. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Slowly slide those legs together. Woo-wee. And then bring your knees together, feet together like a little zipper. Rest the belly on the thighs. Let the forehead touch the earth. Come in towards your embryo pose, or your embryo child's pose. And just let go of that vulnerability through the groin. And then bring your hands forward, slowly walk yourself up. Slide your feet to one side of the mat, coming onto the bum, and legs forward. One boat pose today, and we're just going to hold it with the breath. So leaning back as much as you can, shoulder blades are rolled back, squeeze your knees together, floint your toes. You have the option of holding, or you can release. And picture pushing the breath out like a Buddha belly when you inhale, and engaging the belly button towards the spine as you exhale. The more you squeeze the knees together, the more you're going to feel. One more breath. And then bring the feet down towards the earth. Rest the belly between the thighs. Let it go through the upper back, the upper body. Let everything go. Take a cleansing, comforting breath through the belly, through the back body. And then lift your spine, scoot your bum forward, and lower all the way towards the back body. Feet are below the sit bones. If you can touch your heels, walk them a little bit more forward so your knees are directly above the ankles. Arms are pushed by your side. Root the back of the skull down. Inhale, lift your pelvis as high to the sky as you can. And if you have the space, clasp your hands behind the back body. Shimmy your shoulders a little closer together to get a little bit more lift through the upper back, through the hips. Squeezing the bum, you can lift your toes to protect the knees. Bridge pose. The only thing that you should see is the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. And for your Last few rounds of breath here. Try squeeze your bum and lift a little higher. And if you did clasp your hands behind the back body, unclasped, shimmy your shoulders out towards the side and begin to lower one vertebrae at a time, all the way until the tailbone touches the earth. And take a moment in neutral. Bring your right heel towards that top edge of the mat and hug just your left knee in towards the chest. Give a little rock side to side. Notice the sensation from the glute to the back of the knee. You might feel a little stretch. A little massage through the glutes and the pelvis. Bring your left shin parallel towards the earth. Use your right hand, drape that knee across the body. Reposition yourself on your right hip and try to lower that left shoulder towards the earth, coming in towards a supine twist. Deep, deep breaths in towards the bottom of the belly, feeling very, very supported. I want you to inhale, lift your gaze, followed by the legs. You can give your knees a little squeeze. Give the back body a little rock side to side. Feeling grounded in the back, release your left heel towards the top of the mat, and hug just the right knee in towards the chest. Give a little rock, a little squeeze. And then when you're ready, bring your right shin parallel towards the earth. Use your left hand, drape that knee across the body, reposition yourself on that left hip, and then try to reach your right arm out towards the side, gazing in that direction, only if it's comfortable for the neck, and deep, deep belly breaths in your supine twist. Then gently lifting your gaze, followed by the legs. Give both knees a little squeeze, little rock side to side. And then grabbing the outside edges of the feet, making sure your ankles and knees are parallel. Using the force of your arms to pull the legs down, root the back of the head down for your happy baby pose. So notice the sensation of the lumbar spine grounded in towards the earth. Notice a slight tuck of the chin so you have that nice long neck. And then you can explore here a little. You can rock side to side. You can straighten one leg at a time, making it a very movable happy baby. Make sure the corners of the mouth are all the way up towards the ears. So it's the happiest baby of all. And then I invite you to try a different variation. I call it kind of the toddler variation. Grab your ankles and notice how the knees can kind of fit into the pits of your elbow. And now point your toes here. So it's kind of like a longer happy baby. And I like to rock side to side in this variation. Notice the low back, the pelvis, the hip joints. And then I invite you to do any last movement that your body is calling you to do to prepare for the most important pose of the practice. So grabbing any warmer clothing, anything that you need for comfort, for stability. And then making your way into corpse position. Feet are out towards the top corner edges of the mat. Arms are placed along by your side. Back of the skull is rooted in towards the earth, and then close your eyes here. The most important pose of the practice. Or maybe the most favorite pose of the practice. Find that organic breath, letting everything go for this next little while. Notice the entire body feeling very, very, very supported. Relaxing through the feet, the ankles. Just let them fall out towards the side. Soften through the shins, the calves, the knees. Relax your thighs. Relax the groin, the sit bones, the entire pelvis. Soft through the low back, the mid back, the upper back. Relax the belly, the ribs, the chest. And find that organic breath. Not trying to force or change anything. Relax your shoulders all the way down to the fingertips. Soft through the neck, the throat. Feel the back of the skull touching the earth, and then soft through the scalp, the ears, the face, the mouth, the jaw. Relax the inner and outer corners of your eyes. That space between the eyebrows, your forehead, your third eye. And last but not least, relaxing the mind. letting everything go for this next little while. Shavasana. I'd like you to begin to take in deeper breath. You can begin to bring that awareness into the body, wiggling the fingers, the toes. Maybe a stretch overhead or hug the knees in. And when you're ready, gradually making your way to one side of the body and letting everything come back to you from that Shavasana experience. Push your free palm in towards the earth and gradually lift yourself in towards a seated position, sitting nice and tall. And I invite you to keep the eyes heavy or all the way closed. And taking a little moment to notice how you feel post-practice. Notice the physical body. Notice your deep, clear, clean breath. Calm, eased mind. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up through the belly, the ribs, the chest, a breath of gratitude for showing up today, and then open the mouth, sigh it out. And with your next inhale, flutter open those beautiful eyes. Bring your hands to the heart. The light in me honors the light inside of each of you, from my heart to yours. Namaste.